Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. Today on how Hugh builds a teardrop trailer on a Harbor Freight frame. I'm going to do some more work on the walls today. Nothing really big, I don't think. I don't have parts and it's all wet outside. But what I do want to do is I want to weigh them. And so I'm going to have my passenger side wall and I want to see how much it weighs. So let's do that. Okay, so it weighs a little over 40 pounds. It's like, yeah, a little over 40 pounds. Okay, so I think I'm going to weigh stuff. I'm going to weigh what I have. So we have this piece that's been cut down. So I figure if the other one with the cutouts come in, this one's going to weigh still close to 50 pounds because that was 40 pounds even with all that wood cut out. So it's heavy stuff. Okay, a little over 48 pounds for this piece. Okay, let's weigh the hatch. That's going to weigh next to nothing. Don't know if I can get the balance on here really good, but I can get a pretty good idea. Right around 2 pounds, a little over 2 pounds for the hatch. Okay, the door, that's heavier. That feels closer to 20 pounds. £20, 5 ounces, so that's heavy. Okay. Okay, that's the nicer side, so that's the side I want on the outside. That's the driver's side, so this is the side I want to paint. Okay, so we're going to try the lever thing again. This time we're just going to go straight from the block. Since we're only lifting one sheet, it's only a partial sheet. It doesn't weigh over 100 pounds like the last ones. We're just going to try to lift it like this. Look at that piece of cake. So on this one, we'll just move that block with our foot. Get that in there. Get this nice and straight. Look at that. Done. Okay, I got my blue tape from Home Depot, painter's tape. Come in all different colors now. I guess it's for different amounts of adhesiveness. So I'm going to go ahead and tape it up. Remember, I'm taping the edges because I don't want to paint those. That's going to, I'm thinking, get a strip of fiberglass, maybe 2 strips, I don't know, we'll see. Fiberglass and some resin. You know, I checked the price of resin. It's been years since I bought it. The last time I bought resin was probably, I don't know, 22 or 23 years ago when I was doing some skateboards. I was putting fiberglass on top of them. And the resin was, I don't know, 15 bucks, 18 bucks for a little can. $31 now for the Bondo brand resin. And it was never the most expensive. 31 bucks, so stuff's really gone up. I was surprised. If there's glare that can get in my eyes, it does. I don't know what that is. Same with sawdust. Okay, so I like to buy these brushes. They're made in Indonesia, 100% pure bristle. I don't know, I guess that's horsehair, who knows. But I buy them from eBay sellers usually, and I'll buy, I don't know, 40 at a time, 100 at a time, however many they're selling, that's the best deal. So the price comes down real cheap. These are like $2 each at Home Depot, and I get them, I don't know, quarter each, 20 cents each, whatever, real cheap. So I buy them in different sizes so that way they're not good for any finish work, but just for slopping stuff around, they do a great job. For this, for cleaning the edges or doing that, they do great. So this is the porch and patio anti-slip floor paint from Behr. About $40. It's thick as can be. I don't know if there's any such thing as, I don't think it'll separate. But it's actually turned out to be a pretty good finish. So let's take a look at what it looks like on the one, what two coats look like on the other side. Okay, so I went with an orange, and it's more orange than I thought I would be. I thought it would be a little less orange, but you know what? It's the color it is, and I think it'll be great. That's 2 coats on this crappy old plywood, and it does a pretty good job of covering. Not quite as good as an epoxy paint would, but I couldn't find an epoxy paint that said for sure that it would adhere to wood without cracking. Most of the epoxy paints that I had access to were for garage floors, and you know, garages don't flex much. You know, concrete doesn't flex much, and plywood flexes quite a bit. I didn't want it to crack and fall off, so this stuff said it was designed for working on wood also. It has a bit of a texture, and it really does have the texture. I like that. And this is 2 coats. I'm thinking if it had like 5 coats, it would be you know, real smooth, but I may or may not put on another coat. 2 coats covers really good. And so it's orange. Okay, here's the pouring. It's not quite a full can anymore, so it shouldn't be as precarious as it was. You know, it used that much for 2 coats on that. So anyways, watch how thick this stuff is. Blop, blop, blop. There we go. So got a bunch in there. Use this to put it back on. I think it's important on this stuff to seal it real good. Now, if you haven't beat on this thing, it doesn't take a hammer to put it back on. You can do it with finger pressure, and it seats in there completely. So as long as you're not a barbarian. And okay, let's paint it. Okay, well, I got the first coat on there. Go clean the brushes, let that dry. Later on today, I'll do the second coat.